This is video of that 17-year-old Claire Adams. She took this once she and her dog got to the roof and waited there to be rescued for hours. Chloe's dad says she was at home with her grandpa when the flash flood started and the two were separated from each other. Her dad says Chloe saved her dog, Sandy, by putting him in a plastic container, you see right there, and swimming with it onto the rooftop where a man with a kayak later rescued them. Chloe's grandpa also escaped. Meteorologist Robert Gauthreaux joins us, and Robert, fortunately, Eastern Kentucky drying out now, but as we were talking during the break, that can just sort of happen sometimes when those rain events just sit over a certain region.
Yeah, and I mean, that's as close as unpredictable as you could get with these storms, because sometimes you just have the right conditions where that moisture, sits over the same spot, and behind heat, the floods are the deadliest, really, weather natural disasters out there. So thankfully, we've seen it dry up a little bit. Unfortunately, there is a little bit more rain on the way down there. Now, this morning, we dropped to 60 degrees in Dayton. But take a closer look. Look at everyone else. Everyone else dropped to the 50s. In fact, look at Urbana, dropped to 52 degrees this morning. That's 2 degrees away from the 40s. It was a very cool morning here, thankfully, thanks to the dry air across the region, the lack of humidity. It allowed temperatures to drop, not to mention we had clear skies. So it was a very cool Saturday morning, and it'll still be pretty cool Sunday morning, just not that cool. We'll probably have a few places in the 50s still, but less than what we had this morning. Now, as far as the afternoon highs, most of us got up to the 80s. 82 was the high in Dayton today. A lot of us got up to the upper 70s. We're probably going to be around this tomorrow, although we'll have a little bit more humidity. So that's one reason why tomorrow's temperature won't drop as far, and it'll feel a little bit hotter in the afternoon, thanks to some of that humidity. Temperatures now 72 in Dayton. Most of us in the 60s. I see Urbana, 63 degrees out there. 71 in Salina. They also were pretty cool this morning. Now, if you compare the temperature to this time yesterday, we're a few degrees warmer. Nothing crazy, nothing huge, but this is what we're going to be experiencing the next few days. Just small increases in temperature. This morning was definitely the coolest we'll be for the next week at least, but I'd say probably even more than that. Now, as we look outside, not really scanning any rain across the region, but like I mentioned earlier, we do have a little bit of that cloud cover and just a little bit more humidity than what we had this morning. In fact, during the 6 o'clock news, we had many dew points in the 50s. Right now, most of the dew points are in the 60s, so it's kind of borderline between comfy and a little bit sticky, but it's just certainly feeling better than it was maybe Thursday, where we had dew points in the 70s. Now, as we move throughout the next several days, high temperatures in the afternoon are still going to be pretty seasonable for this time of year. We're typically about 86 degrees. You can see we're going to be about 84, 85, 86 for the next few days, although again, a little bit more humidity, so it'll feel a little bit hotter. In fact, it might even feel closer to the upper 90s once we move into the middle of next week, where high temperatures will at least reach the low 90s. Now, again, not looking at much rain, but we are seeing some mostly cloudy skies across the region, and that will continue for the overnight hours and even a bit into the morning. But then we see the chance for perhaps a few showers in the morning. I'll show you where. You can see, here's a look at 7:30. You can see a better chance of some sprinkles, some showers down toward the south. In fact, I'd say you have a better chance of rain tomorrow in Cincinnati than you do in Dayton. In fact, parts of northern Kentucky will see a good chance of some rain as well. Maybe some minor flooding in northern parts of Kentucky away from what we discussed earlier in eastern Kentucky, but still, a little bit better chance of rain as you head down toward the south. Then by the afternoon, most of the Miami Valley is clear, lots of sunshine, and again, beautiful weather for the air show, for whatever you're going to this weekend. The Shelby County Fair, trust me, I went there. It's pretty fun. 63 degrees for the low tonight, though. Again, more clouds, and as we move into next week, temperatures returning to the 90s, chances of some pop-up storms most days during the work week next week. Notice low temperatures also climbing back near 70 degrees.
Okay, somebody bought the winning ticket for the second largest jackpot in lottery history, and